Hey guys, this is Alexander Knight here with the Tumblr sketch prompt for Moth, John, and Martin, which just sounds damnably adorable. This is just my sketch process, not my inking process, because apparently I don't have space enough on my phone for that. Anyways, later date for that, I guess. Let me know if you like this kind of thing, because we can definitely do something like this again. Anyways, see you on the sketchboard. Thanks. So I'm going to turn on this tiny little piece of really bad quality paper because that's what I've been drawing on, guys, for these sketch challenges. And I normally just start out by blocking out the circles. We have Martin down below. He's got a softer jawline. And then we have John up above. I don't really try to get their basic face shape in before I start. I always have a little trouble with their facial proportions. Just more practice needed, I guess. And it's just a vague idea where their ears are going to be in order to map out facial expressions. I like to put on a triangle every once in a while, because this will tell me how their face will line up. There. Oops. I have this wedged in the drawer of my desk, so disaster might ensue, guys. This is just yeah, you could see the selfie stick. And then I just like to go and block out their basic shapes. I normally just start with the shoulders like this. And Martin's standing up nice and straight. He's heading the camera so you don't really see a whole lot of nose. I like drawing Martin with a little bit larger eyes as well. Then Moth John. So he's going to have the blacks of his eyes. I just go and block in where their hair goes. Let's say John's hair is going back the other way today, as I get more familiar with the shapes that I'm actually going for. John's face always gives me a little bit of a problem because it's normally so angular. They don't really start looking like them until they get their glasses in. And John's case is just getting the damn beard on. Or if you want to make it look like they're laughing, you should have their eyes squint a little bit. And I've had a lot of practice doing hair, so it's really not a problem for me to just go and block it in pretty quick. But it really helps just to know where the hair generally falls. And even Moth John is chronically tired, so I'll just put in the shadows just to remind myself to put that in there. Older adults tend to have more lines on their face. I know John isn't really that old, but anyways. So I'll call that good until I get the rest of the body. Oh god, sorry. Hate this part. There we go. In order to get an idea of where their shoulders go, I always go and put a collarbone in. So yeah, on every piece I always go. Alright, I'm very pleased with Martin. I have some more work to do on John. That's nice saying that for a change. Anyways, so where was I? Yes. Blocking out Martin. And honestly, once you have the plumb line, it's kind of easy to tell how his body should follow afterwards. Because you have the pecs, then you have a fairly straightforward torso. At least that's how I've been drawing him. And then going on over to jeans. And if you want to go and indicate which leg's moving forward, the crease should follow the downward leg. So one leg is lower than the other, so this one will be raised up a little bit. And this one down here will be going back behind him. Now I'm drawing Martin in a turtleneck because Martin looks cute in a turtleneck. You can argue with me if you want to on this, but you were wrong. There. And then you just kind of logically follow where that, where the base of the neck would meet the tops of his shoulders. Okay, now we go for John's arms. Now John, you've given me troubles today, man. And I'm not appreciating it. Anyways. I'm going to go and restart John's face. Do I like doing that? Nope. But it was needed. That way I could put his face a little bit closer to Martin's. See, just like that. Oh, this is already looking so much better. Correcting the face median line art is just about developing a toolbox of a whole bunch of tricks. And let's have him have like half open eyes, because I just find that kind of charming on John. And I'm blacking in because I'm being lazy right now. Gotta get rid of some of that, because this is tiny. It's a tiny little drawing. I'm sorry guys, my voice is not attractive right now, but please bear with it. Alright, now we can. Now my rule of thumb for arms is that the upper part of the arm should be about the head length, as well as the forearm should be the same. So basically your arms are about 2 head lengths. It keeps it pretty proportional that way. And this is from the start of the arm right here. And I just like to go and block where that is. Maybe because I like John and his damn button downs. That will get prettier. Right now it's just an ugly hot mess. That's what it is. Now let's go back to Martin's arm and find out where the rest of John is. Okay, so his neck's over here like this, which means hands. Now the way I do hand proportions is I look at their face, and a hand should be about from here down to here on it. From half of it will be fingers, and the other half of it will be palms. I do a tube drawing. I'm going to have to go and resize this face again. Too small, too small, too small for the arms I'm drawing him with. Oh well. Sometimes the drawings are like that. Nothing in life is permanent, and that's okay. So his hands are fairly proportional to his face. Once his face gets all of his hair and all everything else, it would actually just be easier to downsize Martin's face a little bit. That's also how I cheat. You can just go and mess with both their faces. Hair can make up a lot of a person's face. So if we assume that John's legs are right here, once again, John is a scrawny little dude. He just is. Because you can imagine the curve of his body right here, his hips right over here. It's probably something like this. Block that in. Block this in over here, because and then I'll go back in and add some shirt details. Like I said, John's in one of his damn adorable little button-downs. I'll make faint lines through the face so I can get a better idea of what I am missing with their features. Because it's Moth John, I'm going to put another arm down here. I mean, if you had two arms, why not just go and wrap them around your bow? There. But all that's blocked off nice and quick. I'm going to go in here and start cleaning up the sketch a little bit. You don't really need to see me do that. So, I'll be back. So the next step is to go and start inking. Inking before putting on the wings? Yes. Now, I use two things for inking. I mean, normally with paper this chunky, I would just use these pretty fantastically cheap little waterproof pens. But right now, I want to go fancy and use my dip pens since that is my go-to inking. And I just love the line variability there. So for facial features, I use my smallest inking pen and just some Bombay Black India ink. Now this is actually pretty low, so we're going to have some fun getting it out of the pen. And then I normally start with the eyes just because I'm gutsy like that. Or stupid or something. Now I've got to be careful with John's eyes since I'm blacking in the whites for that dramatic Monster John look, which means some of his eyelash detail can get lost. There. Now I gotta work kind of quickly with India ink because it can dry on the pen really quick. And that's alright. You just go and grab your household cleaner and that wasn't an intended line, but it still turned out alright, so whatever. And it happens a lot. Sometimes they just don't work. Now these need small, light touches for dark circles under eyes. There. I always get the hollows of his cheeks in before I start getting their other aspects. And I like adding a little detail to the bottom lip just because that's what my style dictates. And now let's go. Now it's starting to dry, so I need to load it up. I just go and drop it a little bit onto it and wipe off any excess, which is really important to do because otherwise you'll get great big globules of ink where you don't want it. Now, like I said, you have to work fast because it dries very quickly. And now I'm going to get in his hair detail, at least just a little bit of it. And I'm going to make touches, some touch-ups digitally, so if I do goof up, which I normally do a little bit, I'll just go and touch it up. Is there cheating? A little bit, but I can, so I do. And these are my Inktober pieces, so I tend to do a little bit more digital goofing off with them. Also, this is extremely thin paper. Here's my Moth John from earlier, and this is the back of it. So, bleed through is really easy with this stuff. Far more easy than what I normally like, but it's kind of fun because you have to work fast. Indian ink is really nice because it's water resistant. It's just really horrible if you want to use it for fountain pens because it will kill your fountain pen. Actually, if you want to use it for fountain pens, then you're an idiot, so stop. Stop. Don't do that. Because I drawn a scruff, adding little scruff details. His damn mustache. That's always the thing that I screw up on the most. Let's get a little bit more ear detail in there. And damn, I forgot his little things. His little antennas. Now, Indian ink is water resistant, so it doesn't clean off with water. So I always go wipe off the extra ink between whenever I do breaks. And I just take a little jar filled with some sort of household cleaner with ammonia in it. But this just makes sure that my pens last longer and that they stop getting gunked up. I also need to make sure that the paper doesn't get between the feed of it. So this is what I forgot. I forgot his cute little antenna feeler thingies. So let's go ahead and add those quick, which means this is definitely going to get a cleanup. Now I want it to have classic feather shape to them, so I just go and fan out either side of the motion line, and then join them at the place on his head where I think they should end. There's nothing really to it. I'm going to use my normal size pen,